She's not special. She's not unique. She's not your soulmate. You've just fallen victim to what I call the popular cheerleader fantasy. Recently, I had a guy reach out to me and he had a massive crush on this girl. In his mind, this girl's so special. I have to date her. I have to make her my girlfriend. There's no one else. My happiness absolutely depends on it. This girl, it has to be her. He had that popular cheerleader fantasy girl syndrome really bad. You see, he was a migrant and he'd recently moved to a new country and he was still in the process of establishing himself, financially, sorting out his business and in creating a new social circle, having friends. It's hard to start in a new country, but he reached out to this girl over Instagram and he went on a date with her. And this girl was really established. She was a successful Instagram model, heaps of friends. Her life was really interesting. She had lots of business contacts in the same industry that he existed in. So when responding to him, I had to explain that it was all of that he was attracted to. All of that status, all that fun life, all those opportunities and friends. That's what he desired. All of this exchange happened over Hey Hero, which is the platform where you can ask me questions, ask me advice, tell me your story, and I'll send you a personalized video in response. But he's not alone. That was not a unique case. Lots of guys that I've spoken to have this exact issue. So I wanted to make a video on it. So let's get to it. Why do I call this popular cheerleader syndrome? Okay, so maybe you can relate to this. Think back to high school. Think of like a really nerdy, sort of shy guy who doesn't have a lot of friends, doesn't have a lot of confidence. And yet he's got a crush on the prettiest girl in school, the one who's really popular, lots of friends, like the head cheerleader, that sort of stereotype. She's the life of the party, everybody loves her, her life just seems so fun and interesting. Why do the sort of shy, uncool, unpopular kids like her so much? Why do they like her specifically? Why do they all have a crush on like the prettiest, most popular girl in school? Do they have much in common? Are their personalities that similar? Have they even spoken to her? Have they had a chance to actually, see what compatibility and intimacy is possible? No, of course not. There's no real connection there because, you see, he's not attracted to the actual person. He's attracted to the image. He's attracted to what she could do to elevate his life. She's like a prop, a tool that he uses to enhance and elevate himself. He isn't attracted to the real person. How could he be? He doesn't know her. He's attracted to the image, the fantasy. He imagines what his life would be like if he was dating the most beautiful girl in school, the most popular girl. No longer would he be shy or uncool or easy to ignore. No, he'd have a lot of status. He'd have a lot of friends. His life would suddenly get really interesting. But it's that makes her attractive. Her capacity to elevate his life, that's what makes her so desirable. You've probably heard this saying bust around on the internet from men who are very cynical about female nature and say that women don't really love men. They don't have the capacity to actually love men. They simply love what men are able to do for them. How men are able to improve their lives. That's what they're in love with. The idea is, embarrassingly simplistic, but the basic gist of it is that women are incapable of forming actual romantic connections with men. They just want to sort of leech off them and, elevate their own lives by borrowing from the strength and status and resources of men. I mean, that does happen. I'm not denying that. There's definitely women out there who would do that. But what I'm saying is that this cheerleader, this popular cheerleader fantasy syndrome, that's the male equivalent of that. It's using a woman to enhance your own position. It's dating her because of what she can provide to you and your life. To bring this back to the previous example, that guy on Hey Hero, the reason why he was so fixated on this girl, she's the one, she's special, she is the only person who's going to make me happy, is because he could see how much better his life would be if, they were dating, if she was his girlfriend. Suddenly, all of her friends would be his friends. All the parties and events that she goes to, he would go to. All of her business, contacts, all of her connections in the industry would suddenly become his. She was a path to a better life. And of course, in his mind, oh, this girl is really, really special. She's not special. And dating her would simply be a means of leveling up your own life, using her like that. But I'm here to tell you in this video that that is fundamentally the wrong way to go about it. If you are trying to elevate your life through the woman that you're dating, then you've got the masculine and the feminine around the wrong way. As a man, it is your responsibility to make your life awesome. You need to be proactive. You need to create the life that you want. If you want friends, you want success, you want high self-esteem, that's your job. You go out there and you make it happen. That is masculinity. And once you have achieved greatness in your life, it's very natural for you to desire a girlfriend so that you can share in your awesomeness. You know, to find a girlfriend who loves and supports you and who you can celebrate all the amazing things that you're achieving with her. That's normal. That's what's naturally meant to happen. But do not put the cart before the horse. A woman is meant to be a complement to your life. A girlfriend is a means of celebrating the success that you've already achieved. She's not meant to be your means of achieving success, you know, borrowing energy from her, leeching off what she's managed to achieve. That's the feminine way of going about it. And it's not going to work because women are not attracted to feminine men. They're attracted to masculinity. All women, even hugely successful women, they don't have the mindset that men do of, let me achieve an amazing amount of success and then I will share it with some worthy man who can celebrate it with me. And I'll let him, you know, be part of my life and support me. That's not how women think. Even if she's crazy successful, she's going to be thinking like every other woman. She's hypergamous. She wants to date up. She's looking for a man who she can admire and respect. So even if she's making 8 figures, she wants a man who's making 9 figures. I'm telling you, even if her life is amazing and awesome and fantastic, still, when she's dating men, she's looking for ways to level up even more. She wants to enhance her life by the man that she's dating. There's nothing wrong with that. Men who get upset that female hypergamy is a thing still don't get it. That's just how women are wired. It's normal, it's natural. If you were born a woman, you'd be the exact same way. But I'm explaining all of this because if you're still harboring fantasies that your life is going to improve or change or be fixed when you just date the right woman, and that all it's going to require for your life to get on track is for you to have the right girlfriend, I'm telling you, that's not how it works. That fantasy, I want you to kill it. Dead, done, gone. Do not go there anymore. Stop thinking of that as a viable option. You can't level up your life based on the girl that you're dating. A woman is a means of celebrating your success, not a means of achieving success. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You want your life to be awesome? You do it like a man does it. You do it the masculine way, not the feminine way. I see variations of the popular cheerleader syndrome all the time. Like the guy who really wants to be successful in business, he might be attracted to like a female entrepreneur who's a real go-getter and runs like 3 companies and is hugely successful. And it's fine that he, you know, admires somebody who's successful, but do you see, if he wants that kind of wealth and abundance for himself, he needs to go and create it himself. The solution isn't to just date a girl like that. Some guys are attracted to women because of their popularity. They see how many events she goes to, how many friends she has, and they go, oh, I want that kind of life for myself. I just need to date a woman like that. No, that's not how this works. You want lots of friends, you want an interesting social life, you create that for yourself. Some guys are unhappy with, you know, their health and fitness, and so they want to date the girl who runs every day and goes to the gym and does yoga because they think some of that health and fitness energy is just going to rub off on them. It's not how it works. And other guys who have like that low self-esteem, they're attracted to the psychologically well-adjusted girl. They think, wow, I really admire how many self-help books she reads and the fact that she goes to therapy and she's got such intimacy and vulnerability and truth in her relationships. I want that. If you want that, you make that happen. Dating the girl is not going to fix that. I'm worried that I'm coming across as a bit harsh, and that's not my intention. I'm not trying to shame men for having these preferences. If you want something for yourself and you see somebody else who has it, it's perfectly natural for you to be attracted to that person. You know, you want what you don't have and you think, oh, I want to bring more of that into my life. That's normal to a certain degree. I understand why men desire women who possess the qualities that they themselves want. If you're poor or you're lonely or you're unfit or you have low self-esteem, it does make sense that you'd be attracted to a woman who has, you know, the opposite of what you are. I really just want to get the message across that it's not going to work. Please do not fall victim to the popular cheerleader fantasy syndrome. A woman is not the solution to your problems. That's important. I might repeat that. I really want this message to just burn into the brains of every man out there who's still, you know, falling victim to this. A woman is not the solution to your problems. If you are unhappy with some aspect of yourself, some aspect of your life, you fix it. Don't waste your time and energy looking outside of you, trying to find a girl who's going to magically solve all your problems. Doesn't work like that. It's not masculine. At a core level, it goes against the natural order of things. There's a reason why that shy, insecure guy in high school never ends up with the popular cheerleader fantasy girl. Women can be a beautiful, amazing complement to your life, a fantastic way of celebrating success that's already been achieved. But for the third time, just to let it really sink in, a woman is not the solution to your problems. What do you do if you catch feelings for a girl when you're already in a long-term relationship? Are you emotionally cheating on your girlfriend simply by entertaining fantasies? Can you be blamed? What's the appropriate way to actually deal with those feelings? And is it reasonable to completely shut off all attraction to the opposite sex just because you're in a relationship? Difficult questions. I made a whole video discussing the morality and the practical steps out of a situation like this. I highly encourage men in this situation to check it out. It's available on my Patreon page. It's just $5 a month. You get instant access to a whole bunch of exclusive topics. Just check them out there. Look at them scrolling through the screen there. Great value, $5 a month. Great way to support the creator. I'd love to see you over there.